Greetings, I'm Michael Matsuda, president of the Martial Arts History Museum, and here with me is Hall of Famer, the founder of Extreme Martial Arts, Mike Chat. Mike, thank you for coming here today.
Absolutely.
Mike, you've done a lot of stuff in the martial arts. You're in the Hall of Fame for your accomplishments on extreme martial arts. You have a wonderful studio in North Hollywood. So tell us a little bit about the extreme martial arts, the impact it has made on American society and the martial arts as a whole, and what your outlook for the martial arts is from there on.
Well, we created XMA Extreme Martial Arts, and the concept based on mixing all these martial arts styles together, dance, gymnastics, acrobatics, into a performance art. It's what we were seeing in TV and in film, video games, but nobody knew how to teach it. So I just created the program for instructors to learn how to teach it. That was stage one. It was, okay, that's cool. How do you learn? How do you do it? Here's how you learn it. So we always say, first you got to learn what to do, then how to do it better. You practice it, memorize it, perform it, right? So then now, what we do, we transition, because with YouTube, the internet, and viral videos, then people all over the world started doing XMA. We had our Discovery Channel documentary. People were seeing it in films. So then with everybody doing it and learning online, then we transitioned our programming into leadership programming. So the key is really, we've got our life skills, leadership training, and then we do the cool moves, right? But what it was all about from the very beginning was creativity. Einstein said the mind it's not designed to memorize, it's designed to create. So in XMA, it was always about taking the base in traditional martial arts and then adding on. You might do 4 punches, but maybe you do 2 low, 2 high. Maybe one's a hook, maybe one's an uppercut, and then maybe you add a spin, go down to a knee, jump in the air, and you start adding all these different levels, changing the sound, and that's where you take the traditional punch, and it's not an extreme punch because we changed the technique. It's because of how we presented it, right?
Exactly.
Maybe bigger yell, maybe we jump in the air and throw that punch, but it's still the same punch. So that's what we do.
Well, this has changed Hollywood quite a bit. Gone are the days of the John Wayne punching out, and now XMA has really transitioned into the stunt fighting, making it more creative. So you taught a number of stars in a number of major movies, correct?
Yes. The key here is, in martial arts film fighting, people always did it. So I don't take credit for, oh yeah, I was the guy who, introduced this into film. No, I mean, it's been done. Just people didn't know how to learn it. If you were a stunt person, you could go learn from other stunt people. I just created a program. So that's why we started attracting so many celebrities. Everyone from Jaden Smith for the Karate Kid, we trained him for 8 months, Black Eyed Peas, Usher, many people came to us. Then now with all of our XMA champions, some of the biggest martial arts competitors, trickers, now they're doing all the biggest Hollywood films. My students are doing, fight choreography for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. One student, Chris Brewster, he's doubled Thor, Captain America, and he's the Daredevil stunt double and the fight choreographer for Daredevil. We have people like this in our network. Black Panther, he taught for us Guy De Silva. He doubled him in the last Captain America movie. So, it's nothing new. We just have a method, a system in which you can train it, learn it, and then go out and actually perform it. And we're really good at producing results. Excellent.
Now, what advice can you give for young people that want to get and explore at XMA?
I think the important thing is exercising creativity. In today's world, with all of the ADD, ADHD, hyperactivity diagnosis, I was definitely all of those when I was a kid. They just didn't have a term for it, and I was never medically diagnosed. But I was able to channel my energy, my focus, my passion into martial arts because I had both. I had the traditional side from my instructor, Sensei Sharkey, and then he opened the door to creative forms, musical forms and weapons on the tournament circuit. He would take me to learn from all the, Charlie Lee, John Chung, George Chung, Grandmaster Jun Rhee, Jean Frenet, all the legends, in martial arts forms at the time, and that's where I got my start. So that was always normal for me, but not for the new generation. You go to a martial arts school, you learn one thing, but everybody knows that, we have a quote, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. It's just an ongoing process. So looking at from a structured point of view, you know, you have martial arts techniques, punches and kicks, and then the creativity. Now what can you do with it? Whether that's forms and weapons, tricking, whether that's self-defense application, you know, being flexible and adapting to the everyday changes in your life in the modern day world, that's the key. Tradition was always part of evolution. So I think that's the most important thing. It's like, you know, keep your eyes on the goal moving forward, but it's always going to change. Now, how are you going to adapt to that?
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you. Once again, I'm here with Mike Chat, the founder of XMA and one of the most influential martial artists in our generation. Thank you very much.